What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Taking a Risk with George. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening, and I hope you're prepared for some pretty good laughs. The FNews is extra good today, if I do say so myself, so stay tuned. Alright, our first story comes from the beautiful Sunshine State of Colorado. The headline goes, "Festive Deer Rescued from Holiday Light Entanglement." If I had to guess, I would say this is Rudolph's trashy cousin, Roofiedolf. Here's the image of the little fella as he was captured. What an entanglement. Definitely what happens when you party too hard during hunting season. Alright, so wildlife officials in Colorado came to the assistance of a deer found with its antlers and face tangled in a large string of holiday lights. On a similar note, a couple did report that a couple of their holiday lights were missing from their household, so I wonder if the two are connected. Colorado Parks and Wildlife Southeast Region said an officer was dispatched Tuesday in Colorado Springs to assist a buck spotted with its head covered in holiday lights. Wildlife officials said the deer apparently had thrashed in an attempt to get the lights out of its antlers and ended up getting the lights tangled around its neck and mouth. This buck's vision was obscured, making it vulnerable around cars, which I'm pretty sure they'd see it coming, so instead of it being a deer in headlights, it would be people in holiday lights. With wires wrapped in its mouth, it likely couldn't eat or drink. It might have starved. Had it jumped a fence, the cords might have gotten caught and hung the animal. The lights were removed and the deer was released. But all the other deer would not let Roofiedolf join in any of the festive games after this because of their disappointment and embarrassment. Alright, sticking with the animal news, we go to our next story, which comes to us from the Big Crab Apple. Raccoon rescued from building ledge in New York. This reminds me of a scene from one of my favorite movies, if not my absolute favorite movie, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. I don't believe I've ever cried harder as an adult. Police were called to a building in New York to rescue a raccoon that was stranded on a ledge about 20 feet over the ground. I'm pretty sure it could have jumped 20 feet and been fine. It was probably more scared that people were trying to grab it. A video of the rescue in Tribeca, Manhattan shows police holding a tarp on the ground while a person climbing the building nudges the raccoon with a plastic bin. So there you go, he was forcing him to jump off this ledge, probably making him not want to jump off this ledge. You're forcing a suicide, so I can understand why it did not want to jump. If you just would have left the thing alone, it probably would have climbed right back down or jumped like they can do, and it probably would have landed in some trash somewhere and been absolutely fine. The raccoon falls from its perch, eliciting screams from onlookers, and lands on the tarp being held below. So in case these people did not know that this raccoon was going to be pushed off of this ledge, they were definitely shocked. I can see that. That's wonderful. The animal, which did not appear to be injured, was able to run away from the scene after returning to the ground. I'm sure he probably wanted to get out of there as fast as possible. Witnesses said the raccoon was on the ledge for about 30 minutes before police arrived. Well, how long does it take you to eat a dirty Big Mac? I don't know. 30 minutes is a decent amount of time to be on a ledge, I think. Was he pacing? Did somebody try opening a window and talking him down? Did somebody play a guitar solo for him? Did anybody at all think to hit the raccoon with this song? I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You could cut ties with all the lies that you've been living in. That probably would have made that raccoon remember why life is worth living. Our next story comes from one of my favorite states, which is Massachusetts. So 50 people win Massachusetts lottery drawing, setting new record. Massachusetts lottery officials said there were 50 top prize winners in a single mass cash drawing, a new record for the game. Lottery officials said the mass cash game, which calls on players to pick 5 numbers between 1 and 35, had 50 winners Sunday when the numbers 3, 9, 15, 21, 27 were drawn. The lottery officials said that only one person could win, so what they ended up doing was they set up a battle royale and had them fight for the winnings Hunger Games style. Christian Taha, a mass lottery official, offered an explanation for how 50 people ended up choosing the same combination of numbers. Interestingly, on the bet slip that you must fill out in order to purchase a ticket, if you look at it, the numbers that all came up are in a vertical line, one on top of the other, and sequentially they're all 6 digits apart, Taha said. Each winner will receive $48,000, the lottery said, with the grand winner taking all of the other winners $48,000. Taha said 50 winners is a new record for the drawing, but there can only be one, if anybody's ever watched Highlander. So there you have it. If you ever want to win the lottery in Massachusetts, go ahead and just play a vertical line. You and 50 others can win too. All right, going back to animal news. Dog lost during Illinois trip reunited with Michigan couple 3 years later. Leave it to a Michigan to lose something. OH! Let's get to this article. An Michigan woman whose service dog escaped during a trip to Illinois was reunited with her pet when the canine was found 3 years later about 12 miles at OSU, winning big games. Deborah Mahurer of Kalamazoo said Lola, her black Labrador service dog for epilepsy, escaped from a backyard in Elk Grove, Illinois, where Mahurer and her husband were visiting friends. Mahurer said she and her husband returned to Elk Grove every weekend for 3 months to search for Lola, but there was no sign of the missing canine. That's actually really sad. I don't have a joke for that. That's pretty sad. I'd be devastated if my service dog ran away from me too. The couple had no word of Lola until Thursday when they received a call from DuPage County Animal Service in Illinois. They learned a couple had been leaving food out for a stray dog for about a year and had finally gained the animal's trust enough to capture her and bring her to the shelter where she was scanned for a microchip. I thought service dogs were supposed to be like top of the line where they're supposed to know to go to other humans if their owner needs help, because I thought that's what they were trained for. So why would the dog be so skittish that it wouldn't be trustful from the beginning? I wonder if it ran into any type of trouble while it was on the road. That breaks my heart a lot more. I don't want to have to think about a dog being abused by other people, and that's why it had to regain trust. This is sad. This is not funny. This is not FNews. It was in the beginning, talking about Michigan losing to OH. The couple who captured Lola live in Glendale Heights, about 12 miles from home where Lola had escaped 3 years earlier. Oh, that's not that far. Mahurer traveled to Illinois during the weekend and was reunited with Lola. She said Lola will serve only as a pet since she acquired a new service dog. She said she's grateful to the couple who fed Lola and brought her to the shelter. Well, a happy ending is always good. I hope the family that fed her for the whole year gets visitation right, because they definitely did the right thing in taking care of a beautiful black Labrador. Right, and to end the FNews for today, we finish off strong with another animal story. So a manatee escapes from bike tire in, can you guess where it's at? I'll give you a few seconds while my hands come down. Can you guess which state this took place? Yes, you guessed it, Florida. That's right. A manatee escapes from bike tire in Florida. You've heard of a unicycle, but have you ever heard of a unicycle? You have now. A manatee previously spotted with a bike tire wrapped around its body turned up more than a year later with the tire no longer in place. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission said the manatee with the tire was first seen in Ferdinand Beach in October 2019, and the animal migrated to Blue Springs State Park during the winter. The commission said wildlife rescuers made repeated attempts to locate the manatee and remove the tire, but they were unable to find the animal because of the high population of manatees in the park at the time. It's probably super hard to spot the one manatee with a tire wrapped around its body in a sea of sea cows, because that one would not stand out at all. There's no indication as to which one actually had the bike tire wrapped around its body. I can understand the confusion, and I back these people 100%. The FWC Research Institute said the manatee was again spotted at Blue Springs State Park this month, but without the bike tire. So it finally took the thing to lose the bike tire for them to spot it and be like, hey, that was the one that had the bike tire on it. But look, it no longer has the bike tire. We know this. But we couldn't find it when it had the bike tire on it. Completely understandable. Officials said they aren't sure exactly how the manatee escaped the tire, but they theorize a collision between the animal and a boat's propeller in February may have cut through the tire enough to allow the manatee to swim free. So are we trying to say that manatees are stupid and they couldn't gang up on this one manatee and help him bust out of that tire? Is that what we're trying to say here, that manatees are not smart? They're the cows of the sea. I think it's totally feasible to believe that this manatee was actually a circus performer, and after years of tryouts, he just finally decided that it wasn't for him anymore and he wasn't going to be a unicycle anymore, so he decided to ditch the tire. I don't understand how you can jump to the conclusion that a boat propeller probably sliced this thing off of him or her allowing it to swim free. That blows my mind. That's like super outside the box. I like to think I'm outside the box, but thinking a boat propeller slapped this thing off of this manatee is more far-fetched to me than this thing joining the circus and failing and deciding that it finally did not want to be a unicecal anymore. Just my opinion. All right, folks, that's going to do it for today. I had so much fun reading the news for you all today. I hope you did as well. Listening to me, of course, you weren't telling me the news. That'd be kind of weird. If you enjoyed the video and found it informational as well as helpful, wait, that's the wrong video. Sorry, that's from earlier. If you found this video funny, please go ahead and subscribe down below. I will be putting out more of these videos as my depression decreases. So, also, don't forget to turn on the bell notification because you will be updated the instant I upload a new video. If you laughed even just once, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. It really does help the channel. It helps my depression. It makes me motivated to make more videos. No, I'm not on any type of drugs. Why would you think that? I'm just talking a little faster than I normally do because I don't have as much spit in my mouth like I normally do. In the comment section below, let me know. You guys never let me know. Nobody ever lets me know any funny news stories that you have heard recently. It's starting to get under my skin. So go ahead and tell me something funny in the comments below. If I'm being too aggressive, I apologize. It's not my nature. I'm just having a lot of fun tonight. I don't know why. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I enjoyed giving you the news. I hope you enjoyed hearing it. So see you later, and I love you. From one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite, if not... The raccoon falls from its perch, eliciting... eliciting screams from onlookers. Mass lottery official offered an explanation. Couldn't find it when it had the bike terror on it. Completely understandable. Kind of sounded a little bit like Ben Shapiro right there, didn't I? If you guys know who Ben Shapiro is, I actually really like that guy. He's very smart and intelligent. I like the way he talks, but I don't like the way he looks at the camera like this. So Ben, if you're watching, please try to look at the camera more. It makes me feel like you're talking to me and not the fungus growing on the floor in the corner. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I once again look forward to bringing you your news. So stay tuned for next episode. So stay tuned for next time's episode. So stay tuned for the next episode, which is airing